All right, guys. So what I'm going to do today is part 2 of our attendance tracking mechanism that we have built in the automation. Now, in part 1, we used the mechanism of how many sessions they've attended to track that particular client and then automate messages based on their previous 7 days or 14-day period to say, hey, you've attended less than 3 times, or you attended more than 5 times, whatever you want to do with that attendance tracking. So part 1 is based on how many sessions they've attended in the previous 7-day or previous period. What I actually want to do today in this particular automation is showing you how you can actually use an absent day as a way to track the automation on the back end. So let me move these videos out of the way. And then as you can see, we've got a couple of different workflows here at the moment. I've got a workflow here that says absent day initiated, and then also a absent day tracker. Just to explain to you how this actually works. So it could be done whether it be through a form submission, could be done through a mechanism you have on your CRM. We've got Zoda in our CRM where they will come in, they do a check-in, and that is going to initiate this particular checkup process, right? So the moment that they're coming in, the number of attendance record would have changed. And what we're doing here, you're going to have 2 mechanisms. You're going to have the number of attendance. That's going to be the first thing you need to be able to track. So you need to have a way you can say, okay, they have attended. That is going to be your first initial trigger. In our case, is that as soon as someone checks in, they are going to say, great, that number of attendance has increased by 1. So that is why we've got that trigger. Now, this can be done through a Zap if you've got a CRM that integrates with ACR, and then you can actually link that particular field. I've just got ours called number of attendance. The moment that something has changed, we increase it by 1. Okay, so that is the first trigger. Then the next step is going to be, I'm going to remove them from another workflow, and I'll show you why we need to do that in a minute. And then I'm going to update that particular field. It's called, which I have created in here. It's called absent days. If you're using our ACR platform, this is already going to be updated in your system in here. It's going to update that to a number, say 0, because they've attended, so they haven't been absent. So we're going to make sure we refresh that tracking whole process in the whole ecosystem of tracking mechanism. Okay, so you see they've attended the class. I'm going to remove them from the absent day tracking workflow. I'm going to update this field called absent days to 0. And the second mechanism that's going to track that whole process is when the absent day has changed to 0, we are going to bring them into this particular workflow. So what this means is that I'm going to bring them into here. I'm going to wait. So today I've attended the class. My attendance record will be 0. The moment I have been marked as being attended, that will mark my absentees as being 0. It's going to come into here for 1 day. Now, every single day that I don't go to the sessions, I'm going to remain in this workflow, because next day I'm going to go to 1 as a value in my absent days. It's going to be 1, and I'm going to go back to wait set for 1 day. All right. I'm going to loop this all the way through until I have attended a session. So because the moment I attend the session, remember, that will then update. First of all, I'm going to remove it from, first step is I'm going to remove the number of attendance have been changed. I'm going to remove them from the absent day tracker, which I've removed them from out of this loop. And I'm going to add it back in by being able to update this absent date to 0. I would usually probably put a little wait step in here so that we can let the automation work. 10 seconds, and I'm going to go 0.1 minute, and that will allow me to loop that all the way through. So you imagine the whole process. I've come to the session, I've gone to the class, I've done a check-in on the form. I'll go, yep, I'm here at the session. I'm now going to be removed from my tracker, and then I'm going to wait 10 seconds, and that field gets updated to 0, and I'm going to remain in this loop in here. So once I go through this entire process, what is going to happen next is that I can now set up a workflow that says when my absent day or my absent days has reached a certain number, let's say, for example, 14 days or 7 days, you can actually go in here and say, hey, Jackson, I haven't seen you at the gym for a period of time. So I can actually do it this way. I can actually put an SMS in here. Okay, SMS. And I can say, hey, name. Put a name in here. Oops. All right, I'm going to go, oh, user, I put the wrong field in here. Hey, terrible at doing this today. First, wrong one again. Going back. We're making rookie mistakes here at the moment. All right, so I'm going to go in here. I'm going to go, hey, contact name. Noticed you haven't been to the gym for... Now, this is where you can get a little bit clever in the way you do this, right? You can go in here and absent days, that many days. Just want to reach out to see if everything is okay, right? So this is all about you re-engaging with people who have not been to the sessions. They haven't been to the gym. We know that people who don't come to gyms are going to be very likely to become a cancelled member. So this whole entire ecosystem is about making sure, one, your clients are checking in, and two, a mechanism that when they don't come for a certain period of time, they are now being reached out to, and then you're able to see a notification in here. Now, you can make this however you want. The mechanism is there. You can go to the whole process saying we want to send a team member to say, hey, you please check on this person that haven't been to the gym for X number of days. And you can put it into a pipeline if you want to. So everything you can think of when it comes to your internal system can be added into the action steps. What this is doing is just giving you an ecosystem that allows you to track the number of attendances. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do let me know if there's anything else I can help you with anything else with your automation.